wonder who lives here.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Rumour is he was seen in the... I fear he got... I'd help search.
I can certainly look out for him.
I can't. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
I couldn't...
I did.
Nice to meet you.
My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo. Simply at my wit's end.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists.
Much as I would... We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
Madame Beaumont.
Yes?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little.
Oh, dear...
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
I'll let you know if I see you.
Thank you.
What do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope. Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Thank you for passing through.
When you have a moment, please come and talk to Deke.
don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
Tricus totalis.
How nice of you to stop by. Over here. Rather unwise. Somewhere.
Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Expelliarmus.
Anna's getting worse. If there's any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her,
Revelio.
I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
Such arrogance.
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Tricus totalis.
Afraid to fight? Why, as a grapple you are, you will regret coming here. Wait a moment. What was that? Those goblins in my family worked in the mines at one time or other. Back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day. Not quiet enough.
Leviosa.
Put me down!
Crucio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that. This place has seen better days. Incendio! That wasn't so difficult.
Revelio.
Hello.
That I do.
Just exploring.
Aye. Nice to break the routine now and then. Bit of a wanderer. Name's Leopold. Now, I wouldn't dare. What do you say, mate?
Something to consider.
Aye, let me know.
What do you have for say?
See if there's something you need. I shall hope to do business with you again. It's been a pleasure.
Revelio.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Accio. Confringo.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Confringo!
Confringo! Glacius! Confringo!
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
The area's still clear.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Revelio.
Rannoch's loyalists are out for blood.
Nothing over here.
Hey there. Hello?
Who's there? Seems quiet. Afraid to fight? How nice of you to stop by.
Leviosa!
I'm a doctor, not a toy!
Fringo! Confringo! Glacius! Descendo! Confringo! Revelio!
Seems quiet. Afraid to fight? Hmm. How nice of you to stop by. Leviosa! Confringo! Confringo! Revelio!
Hello?
Revelio! 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 Revelio!
is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
You will regret coming here. Let's get.
What are you doing?
Who do you think you
I shall avenge
Expelliarmus!
you for this! Get away with that.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was
Revelio.
relatively fun.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Leviosa! Expelliarmus!
Me down!
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Not your best moment. Have you not run away? It takes time. What's the point?
Why don't you come up here and fight it?
It's a...
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Confringo! Incendio!
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Wingardium Leviosa! It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs. Any number of endearing qualities, really.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo!
Incendio! Confringo! Tracy! Descendo! Defendo! Incendio! Arresto and momentum! Flipendo! We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Lumos.
Confringo!
Lumos.
Expelliarmus! We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not... Confringo!
You don't think you can beat me, do you?
You think this is funny?
Glacius! Descendo!
Quite enough of that.
Confringo! Glacius! Descendo! Confringo! Glacius! Descendo! Accio!
I won't
Leviosa!
win. Release me!
Expelliarmus! Volta! Confringo! We're not finished yet. It's almost Descendo! Confringo! Glacius! Descendo! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Volta! certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
Incendio.
Fun to fight with.
Revelio.
Confringo!
Symbol. Above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
What do you have there?
Sebastian, I think I found something.
Hopefully it will help us
Canvas
unravel
piece.
more of this mystery. Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, and now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with some. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine.
Of course. How exciting.
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts...
Lodgok is wait.
Of course.
Off on another adventure, are we?
You received my owl. Good.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped.
Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock.
Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your I shall see you soon.
Revelio.
Lovely to see you both.
Accio. The door is looking at us.
Yes, of course. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mind. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe
Accio.
it. Goblin mind. I've read about minds like this. Seeing them is something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
Accio. Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Where are those plans?
It's no Dallas.
I had schematics in my hand a moment ago.
Why is it? One less human to worry about. Think you're clever, don't you?
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. Confringo. Accio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find...
Schematic.
Revelio.
I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Bring me a dozen humans back. I'll take more. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
It's no Dallas.
What was that? Someone's here.
lost? Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards will be... What was that? I feel as though I'm not alone.
Another schematic. How are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
What bother? Pity. Not quite. Think you're clever, don't you?
I will have my round. What are you doing? What is this?
Easily diverted.
Descendo!
I've been fighting for you. You are thrown in the inevitable. I won't rest.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler.
Confringo!
This is more complex than I had expected.
Accio!
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
It won't be long now before we find another repository. Who's there?
I didn't touch your head. Thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. I know who my friends are now, don't I? Oh, little moon cup.
Descendo!
Resto momentum. Propendo. Incendio. Levioso.
Let's get it.
Propendo. Incendio. Resto momentum. Levioso.
Was that your best?
Accio. That should be the last of them, I'll meet. Accio! Repulsor!
Clever.
Confringo! Accio!
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. It was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Hello, Hamura. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Could it be a Merlin trial? I hope Professor...
I believe my next broom upgrade...
Levioso!
...more impressive than...
Accio!
...witches as soon as you can.
Descendo! Accio! I should investigate. What's that? Settled. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. Merlin himself would be proud.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, Is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I... It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Not a day goes by I don't wish I'd paid better attention in defense against the dark arts. The world needs talented.
Now there's a student who... No. If the bird is calling, I wouldn't say it's a good sign, not at all. It's evidence you've already caused disturbance, so no, I don't agree with you at all. Moving forward with the impertinence of an owl? Nonsense. That's what I call that. Nonsense.
I know what that means. Merlin trial. Confringo!
Iondale, patrolling this area, don't waste a fine time.
Revelio! Confringo!
I deserve better.
Revelio!
They come after me. I'll stick 'em like a nogtail.
Such arrogance.
Gracie! Confringo!
Why can't I hit you?
Confringo! Descendo! Glacius! Confringo! Descendo! Confringo! Revelio!
What are you up to now?
Confringo! These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Confringo! Glacier! Defender! Incendio! Propendo! Arresto momentum. Petrificus totalis. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it.
Accio!
The rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Confringo. Glacius. Descendo. Confringo. Accio.
Another spider. I shall sleep better
Revelio.
tonight.
Accio. Incendio. Accio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Findo. Incendio. Arresto momentum. Incendio. Propendo. Incendio.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent
Incendio.
and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then we're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though. Now this is the sort of grave we might want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Repulsor.
Did you hear that?
Revelio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. There's something here by the altar. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Revelio. Accio. Repulsor. Accio. I need to find a safe way across. Revelio. Accio! Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Accio. Accio. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperius Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead.
Confringo. Crucible. Revelio. Incendio.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio.
This catacomb has suffered decay. Summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the
Revelio.
last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Levioso. Levioso. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio.
Accio. Confringo. Defender. Glacius. Accio.
Rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Levioso.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Confringo. Imperium. Crucio. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Levioso, Flipendo. The rest of them are incendiary. Flipendo. Crucio. Aereo. Robotic. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Ominous. Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperium?
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it. Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask this of me.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine. This is unfathomable. But I suppose if you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the dark arts. They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice. Do what you have to do. Cast it. Before I change my mind.
Imperio! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
I will.
Sebastian, come on.
What did you do?
Imperio. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we have to go.
Did we do the wrong thing?
You need the relic.
I know. But not like this.
Ominous and I agreed. Surely there's a difference between casting Imperio on someone without their knowledge and casting it with permission.
I understand what you're saying. I do, but...
I've taken full responsibility. You have my word.
Always looked out for each other. I hope he knows that hasn't changed. How long would the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily find his way out of the catacomb just as we did. He'll be all right, Sebastian.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Not quite. I won't rest until you can't stop us. Let's get it.
Keep out of Saul's reach!
I will rest. Nice and
Imperio!
got it.
You'll not win here. Bombarda!
Be careful!
They'll retreat. We'll make them... Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Your spells glance off of them. Easily diverted. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Expelliarmus!
I should have been. What an unfortunate disappointment. That was unimpressive. Got it!
They're closing in!
Confringo!
Is that it?
Keep out the way!
There's nowhere to go.
We have to fight.
Keep out of sword's reach!
Uncle, to the right!
Confringo!
Closing in!
Not sure.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Wonder who lives here.
Spare a moment. an idea to share with you. When you have a moment, please come and talk to Dean. Deep would like to speak with you when you have a moment.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we? A wise decision. Thank you. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.